confidence in her because of her gross misconduct in the Senate that led us to a 6-month suspension where Kogi Central will not be represented at the National Assembly, the Senate arm. So we have come to recall her back so that we can have a representative in the Senate, because as a people, we cannot afford not to have a representative in the Senate arm for another 1 year. So we are here to tell INEC to please follow the constitutional process for a recall so that our recall process can begin.
The air in Kogi Central is thick with tension. Senator Natasha Akpoti, once a rising star in the Nigerian Senate, finds herself facing a storm of discontent. Following her suspension on March 6th for alleged misconduct, the call for her recall has grown louder. Fueled by a wave of anger from her constituents, over 200,000 voters have mobilized, ready to make their voices heard and potentially send a powerful message to the political establishment. Will this be the end of Akpoti's political career, or will she weather the storm and emerge stronger? The Independent National Electoral Commission is set to begin the review of the petition seeking the recall of the senator who represents Kogi Central Senatorial District, Natasha Akpoti Uduaghan. Now, what do we know as the recall process? The recall of a senator in Nigeria is a complex process involving the involvement of the senator's constituents, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, and the National Assembly. Now, here are the steps to recall a sitting senator in Nigeria. Step 1. Petition for recall. A petition for the recall of a senator must be initiated by registered voters in the senator's constituency. The petition must be signed by at least 50% of registered voters in that constituency. The petition must state the reason for the recall, which could include poor representation, misconduct, or loss of confidence. Step 2. Submission of the petition to INEC. The petition is submitted to the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. Following the submission, INEC verifies whether the petition meets the constitutional requirement of being signed by at least half of the registered voters in the senator's constituency. Step 3. Verification of signatures by INEC. INEC thereafter organizes a verification exercise to confirm the authenticity of the signatures. This is done at designated polling units in the affected senatorial district. If the signatures meet the required threshold, INEC proceeds to the next step. If the signatures do not meet the threshold, the process is terminated. Step 4. Referendum. If the petition is verified, INEC organizes a referendum within 90 days from the date of receiving the petition. The referendum allows voters in a senatorial district to decide whether or not the senator should be recalled. For the recall to succeed, at least 50% plus one of the registered voters in the constituency must vote in favor of the recall. Step 5. Declaring of recall outcome. If the required majority votes for recall, INEC certifies and sends the results to the Senate President. The Senate President is then legally obligated to declare the senator's seat vacant. Step 6. Conduct of a fresh election. Once a senator is recalled, INEC is required to conduct a by-election to fill the vacant seat. The political parties field new candidates, and a fresh election is held in the affected senatorial district. Finally, the process of recalling a senator has always been an uphill task in Nigeria, as every senator that has been tried to be recalled has always historically maintained their seat in the Senate due to the nature of how rigorous the process remains. Will Natasha be the first senator to be recalled since 1999? Let's wait and see.